Oh, I'm pure done in now. Oh, I'm knackered. So hey folks, welcome back. I think this is maybe part 5 of this unconventional shed build that I'm doing. And I've now got these supplies to do the ceiling frame, roof frame, something along those lines. Right, that's all my wood offloaded. I've got 4 lengths here of 45mm by 145mm, 4 of at 4.8 metres long. I've got another 11 of the 45 by 145 at 3.6 metres long. And these were extremely heavy. They're not only are they pretty moist, damp, but they've got a proper full-on layer of frost on them. It was -7 this morning and it's not really heated up much throughout the day, despite the temperature in the van telling me it's 1. It feels like, my phone would probably tell me the real feel is probably -5. So this is all the materials I think I'll need for my ceiling roof build. So hey, this is about 2 weeks on from me getting this wood. I've cut this to size for the roof, or roof frame, and I've got it all spaced out. So I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lengths going horizontally across the building. I wish this red marker and black marker would just score out, in fact, with a rubber. Every time I seem to mark wood, I've made a mess of it, and it seems to jinx me. So I've got this laid out to the best of my knowledge, where the OSB sheets will go on top. Need to buy more of them actually, keep forgetting about that. I finally moved them over here so I can fit my forklift through here, which is a bit neat still. So I have bought 150mm by 7mm timber screws, heavy duty structural screws, that's the word I was looking for. I've bought 150mm galvanised full on 6-inch nails. They are feckin' huge. So I'm going to put in 2 screws and 2 nails to every ceiling joist. These are going to be a pig to hammer in, so I'm countersinking them a little bit with a drill. Although I watched a guy build one of these cabins in the wood type things, and I'm not sure what country he was in, but the guy didn't have one of these, and he used a hammer and 6-inch nails for everything. And he was an older chap as well, fit as a fiddle clearly. His biceps must have been like Hulk Hogan's. So I don't know if I've mentioned already, this won't fit in my van. And I know that for sure. And with the floor frame, if you've been watching this build, you'll be able to see here, I've got them bolted right up the full length of the middle, but I'm not doing that with this. What I'm going to do is build it as one, basically, as one complete section. And then you'll see here where I've got double lengths, I'm going to actually cut these here, and that'll give me 3 sections which will fit in my van. What I forgot to mention here is I've got these washers that I've used for the bolts, and I've put one in between these 2 ceiling joists, which will then in turn give me a big enough gap to get my handsaw in between them. So screw a bit more of this together, get some nails in it maybe, and I'll see how I go. My arm is hanging off me now. Forget the hammer and stuff. You can't beat a good screw. Get your minds out the gutter. So there's 2 screws and 2 nails in each part of this, and then I'll cut it right there. But not yet. Not until I've got it all joined together. Right, that's quite a few of them screws all screwed in. Quite a few nails still to hammer in right enough. I wasn't even attempting to do the other side there. I'll wait till I've done all this side, then I'll move it out a bit. So every place where there's a double beam, there will be bolts getting used. So I've bought another load of bolts. Going by another box of screws. You only get 50 in these, and they're about £20. Then it was just about £6–7 for another bag of these inch long nails, which I realise you only get 31 in a pack, but as a quantity is 1 kilo, So you pay by the weight. So that was annoying. So I've started sawing this one, just partially. So I've got all this pulled out. I've got it screwed mostly in place with two really on most of them. I've still got another couple to do at the far end. Then I'll hammer some more nails in, sadly. Then I'm going to shove some OSB, they said USB, some OSB sheets on top of that and see how it shapes up. In theory, I should be that much short because I made the whole structure, I think it's about 47mm longer than intended, and also made it 47mm wider than intended. I just figured a small overhang wouldn't do any harm, and it was more to benefit me when I go to sheet the sides of it. So that's me placed in 3 of these dwangs, noggins. They're just loose at the minute actually. So I'll get them screwed in. I'll just use the 90mm long screws I was initially using. Goodness, listen to that wind. It is crazy out there. So there we go, that's them sitting a bit squarer than they were. They were quite a good bit out there. So this one is lined up a lot better. It could maybe do with going maybe 10mm over. So by the time I put the noggin in here, you'll see that go in and out. So if I squeeze that in there a little, that'll just push it over that a little bit more, giving me roughly 1 inch all the way down. Right, that's all them holes drilled, bolts all in place, bolts all taken out bar one, and I'm about to saw the rest of this by hand. That handsaw crap just half killed me. And to top that off, my chop saw, miter saw thing, has died on me. I think the motors are there. So I'm going to have to cut all these noggins by hand when I get to do all that. Although I've just sawed this in half. When I say sawed it in half, sawed a third of it, like that. So let's see if I can lift this myself. Nah, no bother. No bother. So I'll slate it back. Right, now I've still got the noggins to fix. I'll do that once it's back over. And get my van in again. The problem is I've got a load in the back of my van and it sits lower obviously, so it was catching the top edge of this slightly. So a couple of near heart attack moments, but all good. So let's quickly price this up. The timber I used here was 6 inch by 2 inch approximately, which is 45 by 150 mil roughly. I used 11 lengths at 3.6 metres and 4 lengths at 4.8 metres, and this is all I've got left really, just offcuts. I had 11 offcuts this size, which I'm using for the noggins, and I've got 2 approximate 6 foot lengths left, which I'll use for something else along the way. So they were £120, I'm not sure how much they were per length, it was just a total price. So £120 for all of them. OSB flooring, £12 a sheet. I needed 5 sheets for this roof, so that's another £60. 6 inch nails, 2 bags of them with approximately 13 each roughly, so I used about 60 of these. £14 for 2 bags of them. Construction screws, structural screws, 6 inch again, 150 mil long. I used £24 worth of them. 90 mil by 5 mil screws. I'll be using 100 of them approximately. Tenner. M10 by 100 mil long coach bolts. 2 bags of 10. I'll be using all of them, and they were £7 per bag, so that's another £14. So that gives us a grand total of £242, which is double what I anticipated this to cost compared to the floor frame. But it's far superior, it's far better build, it's far sturdier. So peace out, take it easy, cheers for watching folks, adios.